So this is a piece of sweet gum, and it has a crotch in it, and I set it up so that these points here would be equal when I turned it, so I recut it on an angle. Anyways, I drilled a flat spot here so my spur drive would have a place to grab it. And on the bottom, this is the actual center of the piece, but where this line is, this makes it so that tops of my wings will be the same length, or thereabouts. Okay, it's mounted up. It's running fairly well, about 600 RPMs, and I have quite a bit to take off of this side here in order to get it round. It's another project where hoping I can get something out of it. I think it might be kind of a crazy idea, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. I'm going to go back to the bowl gouge and see if I can round some of this up. I don't really want to get it on a tenon and flip it right now. I'd like to get this under shape first. That's cutting nice. It's pretty interesting looking wood. Not sure what the shape's going to end up though. So I'm going to go ahead and finish turning this piece right here, and then I can come back and work on this area without worrying about having that in my way. Here we go. I'm just getting into the tip of this. It's a little bit dull. I'm going to get a burr on this. Alright, that's pretty good. I need to get a tenon on here. Because this is hanging out, I'll use my jaws that have an internal dovetail just to grab it a little better, and generally that pencil line works for that. Just putting it up there, hold it in place, get it back in the center that I had it on, tighten it up against the jaws, and then tighten the chuck up and hope that it runs true. Okay, let's see how it runs. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really think we can leave that on at all, but maybe just for getting at these branches. And cut down on those, and then we'll have to get it out of the way. Okay, let's just cut some of that away. Alright, I got a little more light on the subject. Okay, I'm going to switch to a round carbide just to do a little more hollowing with it. This is going to be slow going, so right now I'm going to drill a few inches, turn away, and keep doing the same thing until I get to the bottom. There, we're getting it. Once I start going straight down in there, I'll probably just use the hollowing tool. Right now in this area I can get at that with my 1/2-inch bolt. Alright, I'm going to cut this down a little bit farther and then drill another hole, and that'll almost be down there. There, that's good. I'll just blend this corner here with the negative rake scraper. One of my viewers passed on a good tip that he said he likes to do, Damiano Ferrero. He mentioned that it really works good for him to come back up this way across the grain on an end grain bowl. So I didn't do that on most of this, but I remembered it at the last minute, so let's give that a try. I can actually, on this particular turning, I feel it cutting better coming back up. It kind of makes sense the way it goes across the grain. So it's a good thing to know, and I thank you for that tip, Damiano. Lots of nice shavings out of there. Yeah, we're just about there. Haven't really stood back to look at it, but this is what I was kind of looking at. I wanted something with a little bigger wings on it, and that's what we have. So I've already gone through in here with the 2-inch, reached in as far as I could with 80 grit and went around it all by hand on the outside and get everything. Now I'm going to get my Sandiflex out and go over this bark area and clean that up. And then I'll spend a lot of time with just using sheets of paper, and I'll go down where I cannot reach. And like in here, I can't reach in there with that anymore. So I'm just going to sand it like that now. So I've spent a number of hours sanding this. I went up to 400 grit. And that's as far as I plan on going. And now it's time to put some sanding sealer on it. I'm going to use shellac Vase sanding sealer because I plan on using shellac for the finish. Well, right off of the get-go, I think I liked what I'm seeing here. I had no idea what this was going to look like. That is very pretty. And this is bark. That's bark where this one branch came into the other one. And it's fairly porous. So it will soak up a lot. I didn't expect it to be that dark, but I like it. And I like this right here as well. See what we can get off of this side. A little different. Sort of more like what sweet gum looks like, but it still has some character to it. This is probably going to take 2 or 3 coats of sealer before I'm ready to put a finish on it, so I'll come back after we get the finish on this thing, and then we'll take the tenon off. Here's the finished sweet gum turning. As it turns out, it looks like it became a vase. It's 8 inches tall and it's 8 inches across the wings, and the base is 3 inches in diameter. I finished it with sanding sealer and then multiple coats of shellac. And at the end, after it dried long enough, I rubbed it out with my abrasive paste, and just feels like glass. It was a fun turning, and I think it has enough features in here that make it quite interesting. Especially this bark right here that comes down through, and the colors in this wing are way different than the other side. It's really pretty wood. That's what the other side looks like, and it's nice. Right here, this bark was still down there, and it fell off, and it still has that shape underneath it, so that makes it very interesting. The inside has some nice colors in it as well. I like it a lot. I hope you enjoyed the process of this turning being made, because I sure enjoyed making it. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And a special thanks to all my subscribers. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to my channel and you feel so inclined, please consider subscribing. Thanks again, and until the next time, I'll see you later.